Good Saturday morning, everybody. Chris and Tiffany here with High Seas Cruising, and it is once again time for what every cruiser wants. And you know, this is going to be the last What Every Cruiser episode wants before Christmas. You realize that we are only 2 days away from Christmas? Only going to be one more episode of this show before the year ends. Where did 2023 go? Well, obviously, it went with crazy people and their crazy comments. What do you think?
I think so.
I do too. Now, this week we got 3 new comments for you this week. We got people that are going to talk about, why are you not putting my Christmas presents together? Why are you making crew members use a vacuum cleaner? And why can I not sell Girl Scout cookies? Because who doesn't want to get sold something while they're on a cruise ship? You get enough of that from some of the people on the cruise ship, from the shops. Buy a watch, get a specialty dining. You know how it is. Do we really need Girl Scouts too? I don't think we do. But let's get into today's comments. That way you guys can decide for yourself. Are these people right? Or are these people wrong? So for our first comment today, we're going to talk about Christmas presents and cruising. Now look, I get if you go on a cruise, you may bring a couple of little presents, maybe to exchange while you're on the ship. I can get that, right?
Yeah. I get it.
But do you bring your whole tree? Do you bring every present underneath the tree? Do you bring presents that you know they're just really not right or appropriate for the cruise ship? And do you think it is now the crew's responsibility to help you with your presents? I would say no in those types of situations, but this person, well, they say different. Hey, we are going to be on Liberty 1222. We are bringing our son his Christmas present, which is a blank with a blank game. We're going to need some help from Carnival technical crew to set this all up. My partner and me have no idea how to do it. Who do we call to get this done? How do we call? All right, so you're bringing some type of game system or something on board the ship. They had it blank, but it's some type of game. I'm going to guess it's like an electronic game like Xbox, PlayStation, or something like that. So one, they have no idea how to set this up. So why do they automatically think that the crew, the technical portion of the crew, is there to come to their cabin and set this up for them? You know, they're setting up for shows, setting up mics, making sure everything works electronically around the ship, making sure your internet works. And suddenly, Carnival's going to be like, oh, well, you bought presents on board. We'll send people to your cabin to set it up for you. 2, the TVs in the cabins, they're not made for you to be plugging stuff into them. You don't bring your DVD players, you don't bring your game systems, you don't bring all your other kind of stuff and expect to plug it into the cruise ship TVs. Carnival's gonna tell you no.
Now here's my concern about this whole thing. They're going to put it probably not in their carry-on luggage. And if something happens to it, now they're going to be mad because it's damaged.
Well, there's only that, but what happens if someone from Carnival comes down, puts it in, tries to help them set it up, tries to help them install it, and it breaks? Now it's Carnival's fault. Just from a liability point of view, I'd have told them no. Now they were told no. No one's going to go down to their cabin and help set up their gaming system. But this is just a crazy example of people that really are taking things on cruise ships that they shouldn't take on there. Look, if you got presents like this, you either do it before you get on the cruise or you do it when you get off of the cruise. Don't try to do some presents on the ship. If it's not something little that they can open and enjoy without involving the crew, guess what? It shouldn't be on your cruise. But let's throw it over there, you guys. What do you guys think? Should they bring this type of present on the ship? Should the crew come to the cabin and help them set it up? Because, hey, that just does not sound like a good idea to me. Comment number 2. Now, there are apparently some passengers out there that they know better than the crew members. They know what's better for the crew members than even the crew members themselves know. And so they'll ask the crew members, hey, I don't think this is right. The crew member says, no, it's fine. I'm good. No issues. No problems. But you know what? That does not stop these passengers. It definitely didn't stop this passenger because they wanted this escalated way above the crew member's head, even after the crew member said, everything's okay. Stop saying you care about the crew. It is obvious you do not. I am on the Carnival blank right now. I am watching our cabin attendant having to use a heavy cylinder cleaner. It is too heavy for her to drag around. She should demand an upright alternative. I told her to complain to HR, but she said she was fine. I can tell she is not. Using that cylinder vacuum will give her and all of your cleaning staff arthritis. 100% it will. So I complained and told the front desk, who laughed it off. I find Carnival and your lack of values offensive. I will embrace human kindness towards one another when Carnival and you obviously do not care about crews.
So I'm going to jump right in on that one.
Okay.
Okay. So, I have used a cylinder vacuum cleaner, and I have used an upright vacuum cleaner. And a cylinder is not as heavy as an upright. An upright is actually heavier, and trying to carry it and move it around and stuff like that, I think they're better off with the cylinder, and they're not that heavy.
Well, if you see, we've seen them in the hallway before. They have wheels.
Yes.
They just roll around behind you.
Around.
But let's actually look at this. So this individual, she asked the crew member if she was okay, and then told the crew member that she should just go to HR right there and demand a different type of vacuum cleaner. Are you trying to get the poor girl fired over a vacuum cleaner? But the crew member says, I'm fine. I'm good. Leave it alone. But no, this passenger still said, no, I'm going to guest services. I'm going to complain. You don't care about your crew members, because she knows for a fact that 100% of the crew members, well, they're working on getting their arthritis right then and right there with these vacuum cleaners. Why are you even in the crew members' business like that? I can understand you being concerned. I can understand you asking a crew member. But when the crew members are like, I'm fine, what's the problem here? You still go further, you still escalate it, you still cause additional problems. Now you're running around being rude, saying you don't care about your crew, you obviously have no values, no this, no that, because you're making her use a vacuum cleaner that follows along behind her on wheels. This story gets even funnier because this was written to John Heald, Carnival Cruise Line's brand ambassador. He reached out to the ship. He got a hold of the hotel manager on the ship and said, hey, this is what this person said. Apparently they're making complaints about the vacuum cleaners on the ship. Well, he had the opportunity to not only speak to the hotel manager, he spoke to this actual crew member, to this young lady who was involved in this situation. And apparently, according to him, she said, I don't have a problem with this vacuum cleaner. This is just a guest problem. That just makes it even funnier. So it's not even the crew member. Crew member's like, what? What?
I think the happy face stickers that they put all over the vacuum and make it look like a face, I think that's what offended the cruiser, and that's why they're having a complaint about the vacuums.
I don't know, but for all the complaints you hear about from cruise lines and all the stuff that customers write in and complain about, I have to honestly say this is the first time I've seen one where they're complaining about the vacuum cleaners that crew members have to use. You know what? You're on vacation. Get out there. Enjoy your vacation. And stop looking for issues and problems that you can make a fuss over that apparently are not even there. But you guys let us know what you think. Do you think that Carnival hates its crew members, shows no value in their crew members, doesn't show any human kindness towards their crew members because they use cylinder vacuum cleaners? Do you think they should run and report it to HR? Or do you think, you know what, hey, the crew members know what they're doing. Our best bet is just to stay out of their way. And finally, we're going to talk about Girl Scout cookies. Because think about this. Put this in your mind. You are up on the Lido deck. You are relaxed in your sunbed, getting a little raise, drinking your margarita, your pina colada, your strawberry daiquiri. Maybe you're reading your little book, just enjoying your cruise vacation. And suddenly, you're attacked by Girl Scouts. Do you want to buy some Thin Mints? Well, I don't know what the other cookies are even called. But do you want to buy some Girl Scout cookies? Because obviously, as you're laying there in your bathing suit, you've got a pocket full of cash, hoping you can buy Girl Scout cookies. Of course, it's not like you can go, just right down the deck there and get them for free. No. You want to be attacked and assaulted, which, is a complete over-exaggeration. But my God, those little cookie monsters, They'll get you at a grocery store. Do you really want them getting you on a cruise ship also? We got a Girl Scout troop mom who's kind of upset that she can't sell Girl Scout cookies on your next cruise. I lead my daughter's Girl Scout troop. The girls are in 7th grade. 5 of them will be on the Carnival Miracle. I asked my travel agent if we could bring some Girl Scout cookies to sell. Told no. Really? Did a comparison with blank, who do allow their passengers to do this. I bet you none of the other passengers would mind. You should poll this subject and do the right thing by the girls and other Girl Scout troops. So was asked, can I sell cookies? Can these girls sell cookies? Was told no. And apparently that just wasn't a good enough answer. Okay? Because apparently cruise lines are not doing the right thing by not allowing cookie sales on board the ship, because apparently there's another cruise line that does. I've been on cruises. I've been on other cruise lines. Y'all help us out here, because I've never seen it. Which cruise line allows Girl Scouts to come on and sell cookies? First of all, cruise ships are cashless systems. Yeah, granted, I know people have cash with them. They have it to go in the ports. For instance like that, do a little tipping here or there. But for the most part, cruise ships are cashless. Those little cookie bandits, they can be pushy sometimes. I like some Girl Scout cookies. We have a Girl Scout cookie hookup. We support our local Girl Scouts. But boy, when they want to sell some cookies, they're after you. Don't really want that on my cruise vacation. But this person said other passengers won't mind this. Other passengers would want this. If you do a poll, you will see that I am right. So what do you think?
I think there's a poll.
I think there is a poll. You're right. Do you think this poll says we should sell Girl Scout cookies?
I think it says no, nobody wants the Girl Scout cookies
Well,
on their cruise ship.
Well, let's take a look at the poll. Okay, we do not allow this. And as asked, I will ask you, should we sell Girl Scout cookies on the ship? You have yes, please let them, and no, they should not be allowed. 2.8 thousand people on here. You know what? I think this poll speaks for itself as to whether or not people would want Girl Scout cookies sold on board. Well, I guess that answers the question as to whether or not any of the other passengers would mind. Apparently they would mind, and they don't want Girl Scout cookies sold on board. I said, it's coming the end of the year. Comments are just getting weirder and stranger as we get closer. Vacuum cleaners, Girl Scout cookies, put my game system together. I don't know, but let's throw it over to you guys. What do you think? Do you want Girl Scouts on your ship selling you Girl Scout cookies? I think that's going to open some kind of crazy Pandora's box, and now it's going to be like walking through the market in, say, Cozumel, Mexico, where the vendors just follow you around and try to sell you everything. Who wants that on the Lido deck? I know I don't, but you guys let me know what you think about Girl Scout cookies on board ships. All right, and that is going to be our video today for what every cruiser wants. Let us know in the comments below what you think. Are these people right? Are their demands correct? Are their demands wrong? Are these people just out of their minds? Let us know what you think. If you've enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. You don't want to miss episodes where you can learn that Girl Scouts are going to be on your next cruise. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day, a really great weekend, and like always,
We'll see you out on the high seas.